Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and share. Today I am going to show you two different ways to tie large bows. For the first bow tutorial, this one would look great on the top of your Christmas tree, on a wreath, or on your mailbox. So first you're going to want to let out a long tail and then make a loop. Just pinch it tightly in your hand. And then I like to make my loops around 6 or 7 inches. So keep it pinched tightly in your hand. Go to the opposite side and you're going to try to make a loop the same size as your first loop. Kind of check, you can measure it if you need to, but try to make the loops the same size on each side. So go to the next side, check your loops to make sure it's about the same size as the first one you made, and you're just going to go back and forth, trying to make the loops the same size on each side until you get the bow the size you want. Now I'm tying a double bow with the red truck ribbon first and going to let out a tail. Keep it held tightly in your hand because now we're going to add the solid red ribbon on top of this one. So let out another long tail and you're just going to place the red ribbon on top of the little red truck ribbon. Okay, and we're going to make our loops just a little bit smaller than the first set of loops. So just a little bit, not a lot. Then you're going to go the other side. Try to make your loop the same size as the first one. And so here I'm doing 2 double bows right now, and I'm going to add one more set of the red truck ribbon on top of the solid red. So you can do it. There's many different ways to make bows, and I have lots of bow tutorials on my channel, but this is just one of the easiest ways for me to make a tree topper bow. So I'm just checking my loops to make sure they're about the same size. So I'm having 2 loops on the left, 2 loops on the right. Then I'm going to let out another tail. Just keep holding it tightly in your left hand. After I cut my tail, I'm going to do another double bow with a little red truck ribbon. So same steps, let out a long tail. Take your little red truck ribbon, place it on top of the solid red ribbon, and you're going to make another double bow. This time, make your loops a little bit smaller than you did when you used this solid red ribbon. Now remember, you can make these bows for any season or any holiday, so you can choose whatever color ribbon that you would like. I'm making mine for Christmas, but you do want to use ribbon with wire. This ribbon came from Sam's Club, and it is the 2.5-inch width ribbon with wire. So here I'm just finishing up my last double bow, checking to make sure my loops are about the same size. Now I'm going to let out a long tail, and you'll want to have some floral wire close by to wrap it tightly around the center of your bow. Now you could use a zip tie if you wanted to instead of the floral wire, or you could use a pipe cleaner. Just make sure you get the wire nice and tight around the center of your bow. Leave your wires long, because you'll use your wires to attach it to your Christmas tree. To dovetail the ends, fold your ribbon in half with the edges to the left side. Go to the folded side and cut away from the fold, and that makes the pretty V on the ends. So do that to all of your tails. Now it's time to fluff the loops on your bow. So just place your hand in each loop and fluff it. Now sometimes it takes a little while to get your bow shaped like you want, but just be patient and make sure that you open up every loop. And that's it. This bow is finished. Very simple to make, and it looks great on top of a Christmas tree. It looks so pretty on wreaths, mailboxes, lots of options for this bow. You can do more than 3 double bows if you need a bigger bow for your Christmas tree or whatever you're working on, but this is the way it looks with 3 double bows stacked on top of each other. And then it has the long tails hanging down. Now for this second bow, we're not going to have any tails. Bow number 1 is finished. In the comments section below, you'll have to let me know whether you like bow 1 or bow 2 best. bow number 1 is my favorite. Now bow number 2 is gorgeous, but it takes just a little bit more time to make. I am using 2 different colors of the 2.5 inch width ribbon with wire from Sam's Club for this second bow. You'll need some floral wire, your scissors, and you're going to need something to wrap the ribbon around. Now I recommend using something longer than this notebook. Something probably 15 to 18 inches is probably easier when it comes to fluffing your loops, but this is so simple to make. You are just going to take your ribbon and you're just going to wrap it around your cardboard, your notebook, whatever you're using. Just try to line the ribbon up together, but it does not have to be perfect. So just wrap it probably about 10 to 12 times, maybe 15 depending on the size bow you would like, but I do recommend using something longer than this notebook for this bow. It is just a little bit easier to shape the loops on your bow and shape your bow if you use something longer than this notebook, but just wrap your ribbon around it about, like I said, I think I did 10 times. I may have miscounted, it may have been a little bit more, but you'll want to get it wrapped several times so that you have a nice full fluffy bow. This bow would also look pretty on a Christmas tree, on a wreath. If you like to do big bows on your Christmas presents, this is another pretty one because it's nice and full. After you have your ribbon wrapped around as many times as you want, just slide it off of your cardboard or your notebook or whatever you're using, and then try to line your ribbon up the best you can. It does not have to be perfect, but just it's easier to cut if it's lined up. After you have your ribbon lined up, then you're going to want to find the center of your ribbon. So the easiest way is just to fold it in half and kind of crease it a little bit. Once you find the center, you're going to take your scissors, and this is the time-consuming part. It takes a little while to do this. You're going to cut not hardly to the halfway point on each side. Do not cut the middle. So just be patient. You'll need sharp scissors, and you'll cut a little bit on the left side, a little bit on the right side, leaving the center. Then you'll take a wire and wrap it tightly around the center of your bow. Get that wire nice and tight. Make sure you leave your wires nice and long. And then now for the fun part, it's time to shape the bow. So I like to slide some of my loops to the left side, some to the right side. So just, it's easier for me when I do it with 2 colors. That way I can kind of keep track of it, but it does not have to be perfect. Just take your time, separate the loops on each side. Then once you have it spread out, you're going to want to open up your loops. That's how it looks before, and this is how it looks when you spread and shape your loops. So it's nice and full. You do not have to use 2 colors of ribbon for these bows. You can use 1 color or whatever color you choose, and you can make it for any season or any holiday. Okay guys, so I have a question. Which one is your favorite? Bow number 1 or this little bow right here, bow number 2? So here they are side by side. So let me know which one is your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.